I'm really excited to see how they're going to go up against a team that is also with a new roster here in the George Mason team, but a George Mason team that is heavily invested in esports and knows what to expect going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. GMUC was a pretty strong team toward the end of last spring. They were getting stuff together. They're practicing probably with the GMU squad, so they were ready to go. So far this season, at least for the fall, they started off a little shaky. We'll see if they can pull things together tonight.
We're going to go ahead and throw it in game as game one is underway. Best of three between George Mason University C Team and Averett Esports here on week 2 of the Mid-Atlantic Esports Conference for Rocket League in the fall season. GMU on the blue side, Averett on the orange side. We're almost 30 seconds in, 0-0 the score. No early goals as of yet. But Bloke's going to open it up for Averett. Hopefully I pronounced that name correctly. It's 1-0 for Averett early on.
Yeah, Averett drawing first blood in this one. Just game one, just 30 seconds in. George Mason C, again, coming in with some of that veteran experience. A pretty different looking roster overall, though. Averett is a brand new team, already getting things started nice and hot.
30 seconds in, the early lead to the Mid-Atlantic Esports Conference newcomers. Sitting at 1-0, having a fantastic start to their new inaugural season here in the division and in the league. See if they're able to hold on to it again. It is a best of 3. We'll see if Mason is able to respond. Dr. Long now in the corner for Averett. They're looking for that centering feed. No teammates there to help. Now looks like Ardnu coming in. Almost said Andrew, but I had to catch myself there. Looks like it is Ardnu. Ripsticks coming in for Mason, trying to make a play on the offensive side of the ball. Now it's Grammer coming in. The ball flies across the face of the goal. No one there for Mason to tap it in. Averett stuck back in their defensive end. Mason looking to equalize.
Yeah, Mason trying to find that play. They're getting some aggression going. They're able to move into that final third, but not finding too many shots so far against this Averett defense.
Vega in the corner, can't make a play. The ball falling to the far side of the post. Mason trying to put that pressure on. Vega along the sideboards. Ribsticks back on defense. Averett looking to press again. Unable to get the ball on frame. Ribsticks on the rotation now through midfield. Ardnu is there. Will keep the ball in. Back into Mason's defensive end. The pressure going back and forth between both of these teams. Both teams not really pulling away from each other, playing pretty much evenly here. Just with Averett with that early goal is pretty much the only difference maker so far.
Yeah, that early goal, a big win for Averett because they're just continuing to tick down this clock about halfway through game one now. Neither team really finding shot opportunities overall, though, John. It just continues to go bouncing back and forth. We do see some pushes into the final third, but very few shot attempts as they get turned away quickly.
Bullock puts the ball back in. Grammer back on defense for Mason. Tries to get the clearance back through midfield. Ardnu is there. Plays along to the side wall. Has an opportunity into the corner. Sends it around. It's just a little too high, and there's no teammates from Averett pressing up with them. Now the ball back across face of the goal, but Vega is there looking for that clearance. Taking it to the side wall. Mason still down by 1. Trying to pull even here with just over 2:10 to go in game 1 of this best of 3 series. Grammer plays it back to Vega looking for that clearance. Now going on the attack. A chance here. Just plays it off the frame of the goal over to the side wall. Mason still looking to put pressure on it. Averett unable to clear the ball. Vega shot too high. The follow-up, Grammer crossbar, no good. Mason is pressing. Ribsticks comes in to equalize. 1:49 to go, and it's all even.
Ribsticks with a huge play. Grammer hitting that one off initially off the crossbar. Ribsticks making the full circle all around. Averett almost able to clear it, but not in time as the score draws even. 1:49 left to go.
Celebrating with the Dabbing Reaper goal celebration. Evening it up at 1 apiece. Ribsticks coming in clutch here late in game 1. It's a whole new game. Mason looking to take the lead. Grammer does it. 2-1. Mason C, 2 quick goals.
That is a huge play. Ribsticks off the wall here. Grammer going up high just before Dr. Long gets there and then past the goalkeeper. Huge shot from Mason. John, they just went down from being down 0-1, and then about 10 seconds later, we're at a 2-1. George Mason C now in the lead. Big momentum swing.
Dr. Long trying to respond, unable to get to the ball. It gets played back into Averett's defensive end. Ribsticks looking to keep the pressure on. An unlucky bounce off the side wall, but the ball stays in for Mason. The follow-up, Vega's there, but a big save by Dr. Long. Perfectly positioned, plays it into the corner. Averett can't get the ball out. Grammer plays it back in for Mason. They're looking for more. Now Averett can't get it past midfield. Mason putting that pressure on. Newcomers struggling to clear the ball. They have just over a minute to go now to try to tie it up. Like Joey just said, just seconds ago, they had a 1-0 lead. Now they're down by 2, and the pressure's on them not to drop game 1. Vega back on defense for Mason, flips the ball through midfield. Great play into their offensive end. Dr. Long can't clear the ball. Vega adds the pressure in. Ardenu can't get to it. The centering feed plays it too high for Mason. The follow-up, Grammer 3-1 Mason.
Yeah, that one was telegrammed right there at the end. Too much bouncing around, and as a result, Averett's players a little bit overextended. Grammer with a nice clean shot on goal to take that lead up 3-1.
43 seconds to go. And about 1 minute ago, it was a different story for Averett. Now it's a 2-goal deficit for Averett. That early lead, unable to hold on to it. Look with the good save on the goal line for Averett. Keeps it a 2-goal game. 30 seconds to go. Still plenty of time to try to get back into this game. It can be done, but they need a goal quick if they're going to do it, and time is ticking away.
Under 20 seconds left to go. Averett needing 2 goals, John. They have got to score quickly, and it's got to come now.
Dr. Long unable to clear the ball. 10 seconds to go. And Averett hopes for the miracle here in game 1. Completely erased with Ribsticks tapping home goal 4 with 5 seconds to go. I think it's safe to say game 1's going to go in favor of George Mason.
Nah, Averett's got 3 goals here in 5 seconds. Definitely happening. Overall, I feel like Averett started really well in this game. The first 2.5 minutes, they looked very strong. They carried a 1-0 lead throughout that full time, but George Mason, there's 2 back-to-back goals right under that 2.5 minute mark, and it just got going hot. 4-1 George Mason in game 1.
Ardenu picking up the save towards the end. Even if a goal is scored here for Averett, it won't matter because they'll still be down by plenty. 4-1 your final score at the end of game 1. Joe, it started a little weird here between both teams. Averett getting the early goal about 28 seconds into game 1, scored by Beloke. Hopefully we're pronouncing his name correctly. If not, I'll fix it later. I do apologize. Scores early, 28 seconds in for Averett. They're looking good. They're coming off of a hot week 1. That's the perfect way to start week 2. You go up early, you put the pressure onto George Mason. That's exactly what they wanted to do. Then Mason started to come alive there a little bit. Both teams playing evenly, going back and forth a little bit. But then Mason found that 5th gear. They were able to kick the octane in, and all of a sudden that pressure and that momentum started to swing in their favor, and Averett got caught back in their defensive end, and then it almost snowballed from there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Averett was on the defensive for most of this game. Sure, they scored that goal early on, but then from there, GMU just pushing into that final third time and time again. Looking at the shots, Averett had 1 shot that full game. They did get 1 goal, so that's a great percentage, nice 100% conversion rate. But in the end, 1 shot, 1 goal is not enough up against the GMU C side that's taking close to double-digit shots that last game.
Game 2 underway between George Mason C and Averett University's Esports Club. Mason has the advantage here in game 2. Just 1 win away from taking the series win. Averett comes flying in. The shot goes off the crossbar. Looking for that early goal once again. Now Mason looking to open up the scoring as well. Looks like we are waiting just for that HUD to pop up here. Should be here in just a few moments, but Vega is not going to wait to have the official scoreboard pop up. Vega strikes first for Mason, and they have a 1-0 advantage.
Okay, Vega didn't even fancy dribble that ball. Everyone just went around it. A nice pop into the corner, recovers it. Another Averett miss going on for the tackle, and just Vega with the easy tap in. GMU, nice goal.
It's a 1-0 lead. Shout out to the production staff getting that scoreboard back up there for everyone. Just 1 minute into game 2, and now Mason striking first, having Averett on their heels. See if Mason's able to keep that pressure on. Will Averett be able to respond? Vega looking to put more pressure on, but the ball's cleared out. Averett has a chance here if they can just rotate around. Dr. Long has a chance. Can't make solid contact with the ball. Still an opportunity. Vega comes in looking to clear it off the sidewall. Now through midfield. Ardnu back on the attack. Can't find the frame of the goal for Averett. Just under 3:30 to go now. Now great chance here. Bloke just unable to convert. Ardnu on the rotation back on the defensive end. Picks up full octane. Looking to go the other way. Has a chance here to possibly even it up. Can't get that final roll, and the teammate was just slightly late to come help his teammate out towards the goal. It stays 1-0 for George Mason.
Yeah, some really good attacking plays, but a lot of solo work. It looks like it's just missing that final pass to a teammate to tap it in. I think that's something that's going to progress over the course of the season as teams get more used to each other's styles, but just a slight miss there that could have been definitely a goal.
Ardnu back on defense looking for more boost. Bloke will play it back in. Almost at that halfway mark, it's still 1-0. Averett down by 1, still has plenty of time to try to find their way back into this one, but they can't let Mason apply that pressure, keep them back in their defensive end. They have to find a way to get on the attack. There's a great chance here. The ball floating towards the goal line, and it's cleared out by Vega. A big heads-up play keeps that 1-goal lead intact.
That should have been it, John. That's another one that just sits there right on the goal line. It just needs that final tap. Unfortunately, not there in time. Another shot coming through, but turned away.
I'll look back in the defensive end. Averett trying to clear the ball out. Mason looking to put that pressure back on. The ball trickles towards center field. Ardnu is there for the save. The far post shot's no good. Looking for the clearance through midfield. Bloke going full reverse. Can't make contact with the ball, but was at least back on defense in case anything happened. Ardnu's shot, no good. Vega once again coming up strong on the goal line. Now the shot coming in. Bloke ties it up. 1:34 to go. And it's a whole new game.
Below grabs that boost, goes back as if he's going to go on defense, and then the quick turnaround. A little bit of a misplay from a GMUC player there. Averett able to capitalize.
1:34 to go in game 2. Roughly about the same time here in game 1. That was all tied up before Mason decided to shift things into high gear. Scored 3 more unanswered goals after that point. Back in game 1. Can they do it again here? It's a deadlock. Game 2 with just over a minute to go. Bloke for Averett, the lone goal scorer for this team in this match. Trying to make something happen. They're looking to take game 2 and force game 3. Great chance here off the crossbar, and it's in. Dr. Long on the board. 58 seconds to go, and Averett back in the lead.
That was a beautiful pass there as well. Dr. Long getting on the end of it, hitting a little bit of that crossbar, but in the end it does bounce in. Averett up 2-1, under a minute to go.
On the restart, ball goes into Averett's defensive end, but it's coming back all the way back, but Ribsticks with a great rotation. That could have been goal number 3 for Averett. And it will be as Ardnu finds a way to get in the back of the net. It's a 2-goal lead with 46 seconds to go. Averett in command.
Yeah, Ardnu trying to go up top there, or rather his teammate trying to go up top. It does bounce off a car right into the direction of Ardnu, who finds a pretty open goal, taps it in, 3-1, 46 to go.
So plenty of time for Mason to try to get back into this one. 40 seconds to go. Vega trying to make something happen. The centering feed's no good. Turned aside by Bullock. Now the ball's going to go clear all the way down to the opposite end for Averett. 30 seconds to go. Mason trying to make something happen here late. Vega plays the ball into the corner. Bounces back. The shot turned aside by Bullock. Close range to Ribsticks. Now looking to go the other way. Averett has a chance to redirect, and it's in for Ardnu. It's 4-1. Talk about returning the favor. Averett up 4-1.
Yeah, that was Ardnu with the clearance, or rather his teammate with the clearance. No nameplates is really throwing me off in this one. Ardnu coming all the way down, taking it at the end again, kind of becoming really that finisher for the team, tapping another one in. Averett up 4-1. 18 seconds left. George Mason finds themselves in the same situation they put Averett in last game.
This has game 3 written all over it. Ribsticks plays the ball into the corner with under 10 seconds. There's not much they can do here. Time is just ticking away. And Joey, we had to wait quite a while back in week 1 for our first game 3. But here in week 2, the very first game on stream will go the distance as Averett takes game 2 4-1 and forces a game 3 against George Mason C.
Yeah, big plays there from Averett and a lot more shots. 1 shot in the last game. Ari really pretty much tripling that in this one, putting up almost 10. It is 10 shots, actually. So Averett coming through with double digits in this game versus 1 in the last game. George Mason, on the other hand, cutting down their shots a little bit as Averett played a lot more aggressive. If Averett can keep up this aggression, they could close this out in 3.
Absolutely. The pivotal game 3 between George Mason University C team and Averett Esports coming up in the next few moments as the players are joining the lobby. We will see if Averett is able to keep the perfect streak going, taking the series win back in week 1. They are the newcomers here to this Rocket League division, and a 2-0 start to the season would be a major statement going forward into the rest of the season. George Mason C looking for their first win, sitting at 0-2. Possibly just less than 5 minutes away from finding their first win of the season. We'll find out what happens here as we're almost 30 seconds in. No score as of yet. Ripsticks plays the ball back in for Mason, trying to be the aggressor here early on. Ball back on the defensive end now for Mason. Vega in the corner. Doesn't get a clean touch. That's going to fall down close towards the centering feet of the goal. Averett able to play it back into the corner.
Yeah, some interesting trends to look out for. So the first goal scorer in game 1 lost, and the first goal scorer of game 2 lost. The other thing is whoever came on hot in the final 2.5 minutes is who won that game, and they came on very strong. So the first goal is scored here. Grammer takes the first goal here for GMU. 1-0. Now, if trends stay continued, Averett comes back strong here in the second half.
The beautiful play off the side wall from the goal as well. Finding, I completely missed the, Joey, who was that on screen that hit that? These name tags are throwing me.
I believe it was Grammer that's
Grammer.
that one.
Ripsticks off the side wall, finds Grammer in the middle. Now I have my names correct. A beautiful bang bang play, and Mason has the lead and almost has goal number 2 as Grammer takes the shot on frame, but Beloke was there for the save. Grammer now plays it back into the defensive corner for Mason, trying to find the clear and strong pressure from Averett. They're looking to tie. They're feeling pretty confident after dropping 4 goals on this Mason team just moments ago in game 1. And Grammer with a big save flying across the face of the goal. Ardnu's shot is no good. Now Ripsticks, can he get the counterattack? He won't. Ardnu on the rotation back on defense returns the favor on the goal line, keeping Mason's shot out and the 1-0 deficit intact for Averett. They can work with that. Plenty of time to try to get back in this one.
Yeah, lots of really strong midfield play going back and forth. Vega with a really nice shot stop earlier, and then Ardnu running it all the way back down. It looks like now a lot of back and forth, but that final third, very little plays for either side so far.
Dr. Long unable to get a complete contact onto the ball. Will play it off the side wall. That gives Mason a chance. Vega's shot turned aside by Arnode, but the follow-up from Ripsticks, just not enough power on it. Now Grammer back on defense, can't get a clean touch. Great chance here for Averett to tie it up. Traffic in front of the goal, but Ripsticks gets there in time to keep the ball out. Vega tracking back into the corner. Avoids the attacker from Averett, now back through midfield. Grammer is there to help out. Vega tries to get the shot. Strong defense from Averett, forces that shot wide. Now a chance for Averett to try to tie it up. Near post shots, no good, just wide. The follow-up, top corner, it's Beloke evening it up with 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes to go. Joey, are we going to see a flurry of goals to finish off game 3?
That's a big play there. Beloke grabbing that boost in the corner, using that boost immediately to wrap around. It looks like George Mason C was going to have a chance to defend, but not able to in the end as Beloke slips it through.
2:07 to go. We're all even at 1. Game 1 had a similar score pattern as game 2. Now in game 3, history is repeating itself so far. Will we see? Will Averett be able to kick off more goals here to secure the Game 3 win? Or will Mason break the trend of the curse of scoring first and find a way to take the lead back? Grammer now through midfield. Vega is there. The shot going through two defenders, but Bloke is there for the save. The play back around. Vega can't get the ball back in. It's a clearance for Averett. Now looking to go the other way. Grammer all the way back. It's a close follow-up play. The shot goes wide. Averett had two great chances there, but defense and positioning from Mason had other things in mind as Grammer, again, a strong clearance off the goal line. Still tied with almost 1 minute to go here in the decisive Game 3. Mason trying to put the pressure on, holding that ball back in the defensive end for Averett. They finally get the ball back, and Mason will have to backtrack and reset. A beautiful play. Vega finding the goal. Grammer doing the dirty work. Vega getting the score and the lead. 2-1 Mason.
I mean, that was gorgeous. They went up to try to stop that, and Vega able to turn it the opposite way, putting it right over their cars and into the goal. Ardnu has been working so hard to try to get a score for this Averett side, but in the end, GMU is the one who finds it. 2-1, 50 seconds to go.
Grammer had a chance to make it 3-1 just seconds later. Vega the follow-up. It's no good. Mason's starting to feel confident. They have that late lead with under 40 seconds to go. They're looking for win 1 here of the season early on here in week 2. 30 seconds away from doing just that, but Averett does not want to go away quietly. They are 1 goal away from tying this up, and they're going on the attack. The shot just wide, but it's going to turn into a centering feed, but Rib6 for the clearance, and Averett will have to backtrack and reset. Rib6 looking to take the pressure to them in the defensive end for Averett. It's a strong bounce back and a good chance here for Averett in the final seconds. 5 seconds to go. The ball's in the corner. Again, as long as the ball is in the air and the clock is at 000, it is still alive. They are still alive until Mason slams it down, and George Mason University C team has their first win of the year.
Big plays, John. Going to Game 3, Averett showing some really good stuff, putting up 4 shots in that final game, but GMU coming through with quite a few 8 on their card. Overall, I feel like both teams played extremely well. GMU with a dominant Game 1, Averett with a dominant Game 2, and then in the end, it does look like GMU edges out in a much closer Game 3.
Absolutely. So Averett came on strong in week 1, picking up their first win of the new season. In week 2, George Mason University C team, a fairly even matchup between both of these teams, 4-1 in Game 1 and Game 2, respectively, for each team, picking up the win, forcing Game 2. It was a 1-goal win in Game 2 for George Mason University C. Both teams playing incredibly well today. Can't wait to see how they both continue to grow throughout the regular season. But George Mason University C team picking up their first win of the season here early on in week 2.